welcome to Durian ASEAN. Today we are having our ABC dialogue, and with me I have Asmod, who is also joining me for the dialogue today.
Hello.
Hi, Asmod.
Hey, Gowri.
So we also have a guest on the line today, all the way from Brazil. His name is Giovan Michels. Did I get it right?
Yeah, perfectly.
Perfectly. Okay, Giovan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you from? What are you doing?
Okay, as you say, my name is Giovan. I'm
Uh-huh.
from Brazil. I'm from southern Brazil. There is a small island called Florianopolis. It's
Uh-huh.
a beautiful island here. And I am 26 year old. At the moment, I just study. As I say you before,
Uh-huh.
I'm studying to get a public job,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm studying really hard, and that's my routine nowadays.
So what are you studying currently in Brazil?
Yeah, depend of the depend of the test that I do,
Okay,
Some
okay.
some tests demand some subjects like Portuguese, like mathematics, some kind of laws,
Mm-hmm.
and other tests demands different subjects, different laws. So
Okay.
depends of the test that I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But my intention, my dream, since I was 18 years old,
Uh-huh.
it's to be a federal cop. So that's
Oh,
the I'm focused now to
okay.
study.
So you're going to be a cop.
I intend to do. I don't know if
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
pass about the test,
Right,
because
okay.
it's one of the hardest tests in Brazil to
Mm-hmm.
about
So today
this.
we are going to talk to you about Brazil and the World Cup, of course, because Brazil is hosting the World Cup this year,
Yeah,
and a lot of people are excited about it because Brazil is supposed to be the country for football. A lot of people say, a lot of people in Brazil usually say that football is even their religion.
yeah, it's a religion, but there is people also that they are
Mm-hmm.
not happy, of course, because we spend a lot of public money to build
Uh-huh.
stadiums, and we have so many areas that we need more careful. We
Okay.
need more investment, like education, like security, like healthcare, insurance, and the government just say all the time that they don't have money.
Right.
And now
Okay.
we can see that they spend gobs of money. They
Mm-hmm.
steal a lot of money from
The
the
people?
public money,
Uh-huh.
and we just get pissed off.
But
Okay.
Giovan, have you been enjoying the World Cup so far?
Uh, Sorry,
Have
could
you
you
been
repeat?
enjoying the World Cup so far?
Yeah, because I love soccer. I can't stand up sometimes, stay away. I have to see all the games.
Oh, okay.
Today I watched United States against Belgium. It was
Uh-huh.
a great game, and let's see what happens. I really hope Brazil can win, but the people cannot forget about our social problems.
Right. Okay.
I'm support my team,
Uh-huh.
but on the other hand, I wanted the government don't steal money, don't just take care of the people.
Okay.
Giovan, tell us something about the atmosphere there. What's the climate like? Meaning the soccer climate like there?
Where exactly?
Meaning in your hometown, or the places you have been to. How are people reacting to the World Cup?
I had a sister. She went to Rio de Janeiro recently, and there are many walls like we won't have a World Cup. It's like a protest, because Rio de Janeiro there are so many favelas. Have you heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like poor houses, and they don't have the minimum conditions to live there. And close from there, there is a Maracanã. That's one of the most famous stadiums in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so the atmosphere, general, is good, because everybody loves soccer. Everybody like foreign people visiting Brazil. We would like to show our hospitality
Mm-hmm.
and show other side that they don't used to know. They think some of foreign people think that we live in the jungle, that we don't have technology here in Brazil. So it's quite strange. Even they think we are black people, some of them. And of course we have black people. We have different cultures here in Brazil. But Brazil, it's too vast to definitely in just one thing,
So,
That's it.
I was gonna just ask you about the protest and all. How long exactly has it been going on?
The protest start last year on June. We start organize the protest on Facebook, on net socials, and start in São Paulo because they put higher the taxes about the public transport, like a bus.
Okay.
And afterwards, the protest became even bigger and bigger and bigger and spread all over the country. And we start complain and claim other areas, not like just they put highest taxes about the bus, but also education, also security. That they don't invest that. They just steal, and never get nothing in return. That's the main problem.
Okay. So, what's the situation like in Florianopolis, your city?
In my city, it's quite normal.
Okay.
It's very calm here because the World Cup, we don't have stadium in our state.
Okay.
My state is Santa Catarina. We are between Rio Grande do Sul and Paraná. They have a stadium,
Okay.
Porto Alegre has one stadium and Curitiba has another stadium. Both are capitals. So here it's quite calm. You can see people enjoying and have fun on the street, especially at Brazil games. But it's not like Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo that you have a lot of tourists and different people and party almost every day.
So, have you actually been to the stadiums and watched the matches there?
Yeah, Curitiba, I didn't watch it, but because as I told you before, buy the tickets is not so easy. We used to have a period to buy these tickets a while ago, about 4 months ago. But we have many tourists. We have a lot of Brazilian guys that love soccer, so it's not so easy. Buy tickets for the matches,
Oh,
so that's the main problem. And on the other hand, some of the tickets it's quite expensive. They are not so how can I say, they are not so cheaper.
Affordable?
Yeah, affordable, cheap, whatever. So that's the main problem that I can see. We don't see poor people on the stadiums, just people that have money.
Giovan, can you talk something more about the favelas and what's happening to people there? How are they reacting to the World Cup?
That's the problem because I don't live in favela. So in Santa Catarina, that's my state. Of course, we have poor people, but we don't have favelas like Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro, the social problem is much worse, So I don't see that. That's the main problem. I just watched the favelas problem on TV. That we have a journal, newspaper, and whatever. This kind of things, So I cannot say that for you how it works, how people die into favelas, or how they traffic drugs,
So for our listeners, can you describe what a favela is like? A typical favela in Brazil or in Sao Paulo, or one that you have seen?
It's like a house made from wood, and they don't. How can I say that they don't have infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on the streets to climb the streets. They don't have almost nothing. They just put a poor house there made from wood and try to live. That's the way they deal with the problem. You know, they try to live. That's the correct way to talk about it.
So where are the people from the slums moving to if they are displaced from the city? Do you know?
Sorry,
Oh.
I don't have a property to say that. I don't know exactly how they move and how they live there. I just imagine from the newspaper and from the from TV. It's that reality is not my reality. That's the mainly point, you know.
So about the media, like on TV or newspaper, do they actually have censorship, or do they actually show the people what's really happening about the protest and all?
Yeah, they show almost everything on
okay.
TV. And people complaining and fighting against the cops, you know. You can see everything. I don't know if you have the same information overseas, but show up on TV and most of the communications, the ways of communications, you know.
Okay. So about the protest and all, what are the areas in Brazil that you think the government should be paying more attention to?
You mean the areas that they have to have more attention?
Yeah.
I think it's about insurance, healthcare, because there are a lot of people die on the hospitals because they don't have they don't have doctors enough to attend these people, you know, and that's the worst situation, the worst scenario that we are complaining always and always. Recently, a famous player of Brazil, I think you heard about him, Ronaldo. Ronaldo said that we cannot hospitals. We cannot have a World Cup with hospitals, you know. And the people here in Brazil get really pissed off with him because we cannot say that. There are people dying on the queue on the hospital. And because he's rich and he cannot see this problem, you know, it's like a selfish way. So the people really get pissed off, most of them. But now it's World Cup, as I told you, everybody's happy, everybody's drink beer, and we have a lot of girls on the street. So if you know, and so it's everybody, every day's party, most of the days at least.
Okay.
So, what are some of the problems that you think the World Cup has brought with it? Of course, like it has brought revenue for FIFA and to some extent to the local economy. But do you see any problems associated with the World Cup?
Yeah. We already can feel the problem about the World Cup. One of that problem is they divert public money to build a stadium. So we are gonna pay ahead. You know what I mean? The tax is gonna get higher to pay this bill. I can say that we have a big bill and we have to pay that. So we don't know what will gonna happen with us. We have elections on October, and I really hope we can change our president Dilma Rousseff for other one. We can choose whatever. I mean, we can choose other president, but Dilma Rousseff cannot stay dead, you know, because she already diverted a lot of public money, and we don't want her anymore.
So, as opposing to Dilma Rousseff, is there a candidate that everyone is in favor of?
Everyone's in favor of? What do you mean?
Because you said you want to change the president, right? Dilma Rousseff.
Yeah.
So who is like a better candidate for the president?
The best candidate to compete with her, his name is Aécio Neves.
Okay.
I don't like him. I don't like him. I think he's still like her, you know. But
Oh, okay.
at least he's gonna still less than her, if you know what I mean. He's not so harmful for our country like Dilma Rousseff. So I hope so. He can do a better government, like better government than her. Actually, we don't know the future scenario, but we hope that can be better than nowadays.
Okay. So about the elections in October, how are people reacting to it?
There is depend of the people actually.
Okay.
Because let me see one thing, just a minute.
Okay. Do you think people prefer most people prefer Dilma Rousseff, or do you think that most people are actually wanting to replace her with someone else?
I think nowadays most of the people want to replace her.
Okay.
Because there is a different party. I mean, Dilma Rousseff is from one party, Asmod is from other party. So depend of the people we are gonna vote. Some extremely guys vote at because they believe that her government help poor people and she's giving money for poor people. But in my heartfelt opinion, she's just found a way to keep her on the power, you know, if you know what I mean, you know. She just pay poor people to keep on in the power, to get the public machine in favor at her, you know.
Just to draw your attention to some of the polls that has happened in recent days from IBO, from organization called Data Folha, Vox Populi, and all of them show that Dilma Rousseff is actually leading the, say, candidacy, or like she's leading the polls by a huge margin as opposed to Alejo Navas, Eduardo Campos. So it seems people still are in, to some extent, like hugely favor her, like as opposed to other candidates.
Yeah, I think the as I told you before, the main candidate is Aécio Neves. Of course, we have Eduardo Campos and other candidates, but Aécio Neves has the most powerful party. He's the most important opposite side, you know. So he's the only one that can beat Dilma Rousseff. So. You have other candidates, but doesn't matter. They won't change the elections, you know.
So I think we're gonna take a short break now. So when we come back, we will discuss a lot more about the World Cup.
Okay.
The voice of sharing. Durian ASEAN.
Hello and welcome back to our ABC dialogue on Durian ASEAN. We're back on our ABC dialogue with Giovan still on the line and also with Asmod here. So earlier we were discussing about our favorite teams in the World Cup, and Giovan was telling us how he doesn't like Argentina.
And what he likes.
Not only me, but also all Brazilian guys don't like Argentina. You know,
why is that?
As I told you, he's our arch enemy, at least at soccer. So we used to mocking each other, and when Argentina, for example, it's unclassified, we laugh a lot. You know, we just mock them, and in the same time, they do the same like us. They mocking us. They have a song nowadays at the stadium that they used to sing a song mocking us. Yeah. It's very funny for me. It's a pleasure. Play with them. You know, it's not a problem. It's not serious. At least for. But other Brazilian guys, they take it serious and sometimes fight with them. I don't agree with that. But for me, it's just a play.
Can you sing that song for us?
I don't remember because it's Spanish, you know.
Oh, okay, okay,
But
okay.
in English, it's like um, I am in your house. Call the dead. The dead is here. It's something like that, you know. It's
Okay.
very fun because they think they are God, you know.
Okay.
The at least European used to say that Buenos Aires, Argentina, it's
Mm-hmm.
part of Europe because they are sophisticated and whatever. And we Brazilian
Mm.
guys, we don't think that, you know. And we just kidding with each other about this situation.
Uh-huh.
It's nice, you know. For me, it's not a problem.
Is there
But
a particular player that you support?
I like Soares. Soares for me is the best one, the best player in the world nowadays. He's the best striker ever.
Are we talking
Uh,
about Luis Suarez? The
Luis Suarez from Uruguay. He bite recently.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
biter, huh?
that's the third time that he bites someone on the
Uh-huh.
pitch. But he's a good person. He asked apologize for Chiellini, if I'm not mistaken, his name, the
Mm-hmm.
Italian guy. And he's polite. He's a good guy, but I think he has this kind of disturb in his mind because it's not normal. Of course, someone biting someone in the pitch, it's not normal. So, but he's still a good player, the best player for me.
Some people
That's
criticize that as a footballer, your actions, it has ramifications, and especially in World Cup, what you do, both on and off the pitch, people are watching for it. So, and if you are a player, who is the best and who has been performing well, and who people look up to, and if you do actions like what Suarez did, probably it won't look that good, and Suarez is heavily criticized for that. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I saw many interviews here in Brazil. We just left, you know, the most of Brazilians. We have a specifically name to say that we do some meme. Meme is a name that the way we mock some guy on internet.
Mm.
So we don't take it seriously. I don't think it's a huge problem. Some other players on the pitch punch other guy, kick other guy, and they don't have a penalty like Luis Suarez, you know. So I don't think it's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you before, he just has a little problem in his mind, but I think the psychologist can fix that, you know.
So Suarez should see a psychologist, huh?
Yeah, he needs a psychologist for sure,
Mm.
of course.
So I want
But
to ask you a little bit about the predictions since now we're on to the quarterfinals, going into the semifinals. So
yeah,
Brazil is going up against Colombia. So do you have
I,
any?
I, of course, it's gonna be a tough task beat Colombia because Colombia has a good soccer team. They has James
Mm-hmm.
is one of the best strikers in World Cup. He plays for Monaco in France. But we can beat Colombia. We have 5 titles in World Cup. We have good players. We have tradition. We have everything. We have supporters in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think so. We are gonna lose against Colombia.
Uh-huh.
However, at semi-final, we are gonna catch or Germany or France.
Yep,
So
that's
that's
right.
that's our problem
Uh-huh.
because both team has tradition and both team have titles in this competition. So it's gonna be a tough task for sure.
Who do you
I,
think will
I,
be
I,
a tougher opponent, like France or Germany?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know who is
Uh-huh.
the worst one, you know? Who is the worst one? I don't know. Probably Germany has more quality than France,
Mm-hmm.
but it's 11 against 11
Mm-hmm.
players. So on the pitch, everybody's the same, and if you don't do goal, you
Uh-huh.
you you won't win. So it's unpredictable. I don't know who is gonna be the toughest one.
Would you like to see Argentina in the final?
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. This country is gonna get fire, if you know what I mean. It's gonna be a huge explosion. If Brazil lose against Germany, against Argentina, we are gonna have a problem on the streets. Probably we are gonna have a fight on the streets because Argentina, for sure, they are gonna start mocking us, and we cannot stand up in front of them without doing nothing. So it's gonna be a huge problem. But if we win, it's gonna be more funny, and they are gonna get pissed off with us, and we are gonna get all fight as well. So yeah, it's gonna be nice. I want to see that.
Yeah, actually, now that you gave us that backstory, I really want to see Brazil and Argentina in the final.
Yeah,
because
it's a legendary classic, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We think the best player ever is Pelé. They think is Maradona. So we have a lot of difference that we think we are better and they think they are better. So let's see what happens.
No, maybe it's because sorry, carry on.
No, you can
no,
say.
No, carry on. I'm just trying to crack something, but yeah, carry on. I'll continue later. Yeah, you complete first.
It's gonna be a great game if we can play against Argentina at the final. I think it's gonna be a great game. Everybody will like that. All over the world will stop to watch this game. You know, even my Japanese friend, my Aussie friends that I had along when I used to live at Melbourne. So everybody's told to me that Brazil against Argentina will be a good final. Will be the best final possible.
So since you mentioned just now that you guys think that Pelé is the best player, whereas they think it's Maradona, do you think there's a parallel situation here happening now with Neymar and Messi? Because Messi is right now deemed as the best player in the world.
Some of them used to say, some of Argentina guys, of course, they used to say that Neymar, he cannot even tie the shoes of Messi, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I think I get it.
He's worthless.
Wow.
He's not at the same step like Messi, but we can see on the pitch that's not like that. Neymar is a great player.
Yeah.
Of course, he is not like Messi because Messi started before than Neymar. Neymar is still 22 years old and Messi is already 27. So Neymar has a huge career in front of him, and I hope so he can do the best for Brazil. You know.
You mentioned earlier that soccer is just like a religion in Brazil. So how do kids grow up with soccer in Brazil?
Sorry?
What's the atmosphere? How do kids grow up with soccer in Brazil? Are there any other sports that people like more, or not like as maybe they might not? No. The sport might not be as famous as soccer, but are there any other sports that people like?
Yeah, we have other sports here as well. We are good at volleyball. We have good skaters. We used to have a good tennis player. I don't know if you heard about Gustavo Kirten. He's from the city from I live, But soccer definitely is like a religion. I would like to say as well, I support Vasco da Gama. It's the best team in Brazil. Now it's in the second division.
Oh, okay.
But but Vasco da Gama has tradition. Won a lot of Brazil championship. It's a soccer team from Rio de Janeiro. And when you, for example, when one couple has a child, they first of all they put a soccer team T-shirt in this child. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's like a tradition. It's like a sick, like a disease. They already have to put that soccer team T-shirt and put the flag and everything, and it's very funny at the same time. But we love soccer definitely.
Okay, and I just wanted to ask you about how do you feel about Netherlands? Because just now we were discussing about the semifinals, but we didn't touch on Netherlands just now.
Netherlands,
Yeah.
they're gonna play against Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a really surprise until nowadays, because no one would expect nothing about Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited to watch Costa Rica beat Netherlands. Imagine if they beat Netherlands. It's gonna be really funny, because they don't have tradition. They don't have they have some good players, but they don't have almost nothing. Their people is very poor, So actually I'm gonna be glad if they can get more in advance, more they I don't know through over Netherlands. So
who knows? It might be their chance. They might start a tradition, even create a history, right?
Sorry.
Who knows? It might be their chance, Costa Rica's chance during this World Cup.
I think Costa Rica has a good chance to beat them. I don't know why I'm telling you that, because on paper, if you study each player from each team, you can see Netherlands has a fucking great team. Sorry by my bad word, but Costa Rica, I don't know. Everybody's here in Brazil supporting Costa Rica because just because like that, they are, because of their people, because they didn't expect nothing in the beginning, so they beat three soccer team that has a lot of tradition in this competition, like Uruguay, like Italian, like in England. So yeah. Everybody's supporting Costa Rica here, besides Brazil, of course.
Do you think that Germany has the potential to beat Brazil?
To beat Brazil, of course. I'm afraid of to catch
okay.
on World Cup. Yeah, they have a chance to beat Brazil, but game is game, We never know what happened there. So I hope so Brazil can beat them, but there is one thing that I would like the people, the Brazilian citizens, don't forget that we have also other priorities. Like I told you before, other areas more important than soccer and more important than sport, that is about our education, our insurance, our security. So I wouldn't like to see people just celebrating the World Cup if we get the championship, if we are gonna be championship, and put on side other priorities, more things more important for us, But let's see what happens. Let's see how people react to that game if Brazil win, and if you can keep complaining that the subjects that I told you before. So let's see what happens. I don't know how to predict, but I would like people don't forget what is important for our people,
So what do you see the post World Cup future of Brazil?
What my city post?
No. What do you see the future of how do you see the future of Brazil after World Cup?
I don't know. Asa, your name, right? Asa.
Asmod, yeah.
Asmod. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know about the future in Brazil after World Cup. I cannot see a hope, to be honest with you, because we have a huge bill, as I told you before, because of the stadiums, because this divert public money, and I don't know what's how deep is this bill. So we are gonna pay for sure. Everybody knows that. So we just don't know how we can handle that, how we are gonna deal with that, because no one knows for real how it's work. That's the main problem. That's the reason we are expecting on October to change our president, to get a better future, to get a new hope, you know. So I don't know exactly how it's gonna be. No one knows.
But would you take anything less than the trophy itself? Like, we're moving towards the end. So would you settle if Brazil like goes out, you know, in semi-final or even loses the final? Would you be happy? Would the people be happy?
Yeah, people would be happy because, of course, everybody loves soccer, so everybody will love to see Brazil win this competition, be in championship, get the sixth title at World Cup. But there is that other side, you know. There is this other side, so that's my worry. I'm worried about it. So. I don't know. I don't see so much hopeness. That's the problem.
But who knows? Perhaps, you know, once people like you who join the authority, right, or like you're trying to be a police, you're trying to join the police force. You are the future of Brazil.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm saying you are the future of Brazil.
Yeah. I hope, as I told you, I intend to be federal cop. So I would like, with my own hands, do something different for Brazil. You know? I would like to do something different for the well of the people, to help the people. And there are many guys like me here in Brazil. They study a lot. They want something new on Brazil scenario. So let's see what happens. Like Colombia, they have the same problem. Venezuela recently has a dictator, you know. I don't know if you heard about the news, but they already have a dictator in Venezuela, and the people trying to fight against the system. And I think Brazil, it's walking at the same path. So we have to be smart. We have to take care about this kind of government to don't follow the same path. So that's one thing that I'm worried about it. So let's study. Let's do our best and see what happens. That's the only thing that we can do here.
So I think we've reached the end of our segment for today. So I just have one final question for you. As a girl, I feel I have to ask you this. Who do you think is the best looking player in the World Cup?
Come on.
Come on.
I know for you. I know that you love Ozil, but I don't think I'm not looking for beautiful, handsome man on the pitch. I want to know who is the best, who can play better, you know. I don't care if he's handsome or not. That's never mind for me. You know?
Yeah, I know, but don't you think there's any best-looking player that you want to
maybe that's a question
bring it up for me?
That Gowri has to keep on trying to find answer.
Yeah, but on supporters, we can see American, Mexican girls. They are amazing. So I can answer that.
I'll take that. I'll take that for an answer. Okay, thank you very much, Giovan, for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Gowri, for this opportunity. I'm really glad to speak with you again. And you know, you can count about me whenever you need.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. So we'll end our ABC dialogue for this morning and continue with our songs. And also the replay is coming up soon.